Bienvenidos al Himalaya. Les habla Sigor Campos y esto es un episodio más de The Witcher 3 aquí en TripShowTv. Que por cierto, estoy jugando The Witcher 3 de dos maneras. Estoy jugando en... O sea, para los streams aquí. Y estoy jugando también para... pues para mí nada más. Es que tengo que ver cuál es el archivo de verdad. Sí, es este. ¿Qué onda, Sigor? Mucho tiempo sin vernos. ¿Qué onda de ver? Bienvenido. Ya, otro episodio de The Witcher. Tengo aquí al lado todos mis libros. Me gusta.
Good thing too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad.
Ya es el tercer stream del día.
Then cornered by the temple guard, she disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Ya llevamos un episodio de MLB The Show, un episodio... Tenía 2 años la última vez que nos vimos. Ya. Así es, a mis 24 años ya te estoy saludando con todo el gusto del mundo. Pues sí, tercer stream de hoy, el último va a ser God of War, recuerden que también estamos empezando con esa serie, ya fue el primer episodio. Y bueno, The Witcher 3. Ay, este juego que siempre me pone en un gran dilema, The Witcher 3, porque no sé si este es mi juego favorito de toda la vida o si es Horizon Zero Dawn. Muy bien. Ah, sí, no puedo correr.
Wild hunts take you all. Happiness will come today.
Another drift.
I wish my man was brave as you. They kill monsters, collect bounties.
Ya. Qué horrible es no poder correr. Pero de nuevo hay un gran problema con eso, y es que no he encontrado a ningún... ¡Soltan! Ahora soltan. Soltan, por cierto, aparecen los libros. Pregunto, ¿por qué nadie ha tomado Novigrado?
Excellent question. I believe I can clear the mystery up for you. War requires resources wherewithal.
Sí.
Novigrad's a large port with a powerful fleet and a treasury overflowing with gold. All that makes it a tasty morsel. Tempting for both Redania and Nilfgaard.
I understand. The city's walls are high. Its arsenals are full of weapons.
Then you don't understand much. True, a siege be a long and grueling affair, but more importantly, everything that's valuable in Novigrad could disappear faster than a mayfly's dream. The Big Four's made it known that should things come to a head, the fleet's flambeau, and any assault on the city sure to touch off riots, during which the church's coffers could very well be looted bare. So, anyone wanting Novigrad's wealth, its ships, has no choice but to deal with its criminal underworld.
Ya. ¿Qué sabes de los cuatro grandes?
What can you tell me about Novigrad's underworld?
Got one concept for you. The Big Four. Siggy Reuven, the King of Beggars, Cleaver, and Whoreson Jr. What do you call a triumvirate, but with 4 individuals?
No idea.
Well, there are 4, and they've carved the city into spheres of influence. Nothing happens without them knowing about it and approving it. Rumour is Whoreson recently quarrelled with the others, but I know nothing more.
Ok. ¿Y qué estás haciendo aquí?
Novigrad doesn't seem like a safe place anymore. What's keeping you here?
I was keen on starting my own enterprise, but nothing came of it. Nevertheless, I took on some debt. Got to pay it back now. I'd like to blame it on the war or human treachery, but the truth is, I've got my own thick skull to blame. Rather not dwell on it, Geralt, if you don't mind.
Ok, con respecto a las cartas.
About those cards.
You got them?
Not yet.
So why are you here? Miss me that much? This is no time for chit-chat, Geralt. We need to get those cards.
No, la verdad es que hablé contigo nada más para que te quitaras, porque con el que tengo que hablar es con Dandelion.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
Don't you like it? But I thought a boudoir would be right in line with your tastes.
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad.
Ándale.
Just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're
Clásico de Dandelion.
right. A boudoir's the perfect setting for a cabaret.
Ah,
What
¿no
about
que no?
Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Ya no se llama el...
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme
Rosemary and
wasn't
Thyme.
all bad. But it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
Ah, vaya. Le puse episodio 12 en el título. Es episodio 17, ¿verdad? No. Un momento. A ver. Ok. Ah, gracias. Gracias, Rich. Mala mía.
What
La
about
coreografía.
choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Holly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Chimera will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Vaya. ¿Y cuándo es la gran
Yes,
inauguración,
everything's
Dandelion?
ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Ok. Esperaremos a Priscilla.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Sí, ¿por qué no? Vamos a celebrar.
That's my boy.
Clásico, Geralt y Dandelion.
The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
Me dijo que estabas gordo y olías mal. Bueno, alabó su forma de razonar, eso es cierto.
He said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
Sí, ese es el tipo de broma que le haría Geralt
One
a
thing's
Dandelion.
eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours.
Uf.
4 hours from the cloak and the dagger.
De hecho, hay una canción en el soundtrack de The Witcher
Are
que
you
se llama
crazy?
Cloak and Dagger.
Who do you think I am?
Buen punto. Unas horas después. Cumplimos la misión, 3 puntos de experiencia. Excelente. Otros 2.
A woman's
Wow.
vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's
What? Speak, man.
badly hurt.
Oh,
Been
no.
attacked.
Oh,
They
no.
took her to Valmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course, let's go.
Sí, no, le falta que diga que no, ¿no? No, no quiero. Déjame, me termino mi chela y vamos, viejo. El pobre Dandelion. Le pasa todo al hombre.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the
Así
name
es.
in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery.
Hola, Joachim
Until
von Gratz.
recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Ah, claro que eres de
Enough of
Oxford.
the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
Y no fue ni un robo ni un ataque normal.
So
estamos de
this was no
acuerdo.
ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
Uf,
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
No, I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this.
bájalo.
Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues.
Ok, bien.
No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Eso supone un
Good
riesgo.
analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy
Okay, qué
assurance
bueno.
to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Eso es algo que diría
Look at the
Sapkowski
scar.
en sus libros. O sea, bueno, diría
Wish
Geralt
I-
en los libros de Sapkowski.
Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morning star, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Ok. ¿Puedo entrar en el
Think
depósito?
they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not.
Ah,
But you can also get inside through the sewers,
The sewers. Travel them often, Doctor?
as often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
¡Jalo! Vamos.
Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
Las loading screens de The Witcher 3 son súper largas. Ok.
So,
¿Qué demonios?
you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think.
Un momento. Espérenme tantito. Ah, es esta.
Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious.
Ok, es que de repente vi y estaba viendo una misión
I
de
tried to get the temple guard to
The
enter
Hearts of
here,
Stone, que es uno de los de las
Draw your
expansiones, pero todavía falta un montón para Hearts of Stone. Aquí hay Drowners. Nivel 16. Tengo que librarme de algo. Ok, esto y listo. Ah, ya me puedo mover. ¡Ah! ¡Una water hag! ¡Wow! Ese puede ser uno de mis mejores kills en The Witcher 3. Vamos a agarrar Igni. ¡Ay! Fue súper limpio el kill de esa water hag. Listo.
How's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me.
Oh,
Surely you
no.
understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Troberet.
Claro.
Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Uf. ¿Se imaginan que Priscilla perdiera su voz siendo trovadora? Una botella de agua. Espérenme, déjenme saqueo de este lado, porque de este lado hay barriles. Licor enano. ¿Y ya? 3 barriles por 2 recompensas.
Take the ladder.
Ok.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Koviri Pobis.
The
Koviri
coroner,
Pobis son 2 reinos muy
the
ricos.
Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Así es. Miren nada más.
Human. Wrong body type.
Ah, en esta parte hay algo muy
Looks like
interesante.
necrophages got to this one.
Algo muy divertido en esta parte. Voy a ver si puedo activar esa... esa opción de diálogo.
This isn't it.
Ok. Digo, y aparte hay mucho que saquear aquí, entonces... No, esto tampoco es. ¿Dónde está? Ok, encuentra el cadáver de enano con tus sentidos de brujo, pero ¿dónde está? Uf. Lo que sí es que hay mucha comida en esta parte. Ajá. Voy a hacer esa opción de diálogo para que
Calluses on
vean.
the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you
Bien,
don't
ya encontramos
grow
al
weak in the
enano que
knees at the
estábamos
sight of
buscando.
blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Vamos a empezar por la cabeza.
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance.
Suculento. A ver, vamos a alguna otra cosa. Aquí, cuando le
His
pides que
genitals.
revise los
We'll
genitales.
inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
Ok. Ya veremos.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No
Ah,
sign.
ya ven, si había algo ahí.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I see. You clearly find
¿Ven?
gonads
Esa es la línea que
fascinating.
desbloqueas si vuelves a
I fear I
preguntar.
don't share your passion. Let's focus on other parts of his anatomy, shall we?
Ajá. Bueno, vamos a checar el
Let's
torso.
examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage.
Esta misión se siente
Scar
super
on the
Witcher
length of
de
his
los
stomach.
libros. Ok. Vamos a examinar la herida
Let's
del pecho.
examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out. Wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
¡Ah, no! ¿Qué está haciendo, señor? Ajá.
An egg from an
Un
amphibian.
huevo.
A salamander?
Ajá,
Scorched
referencia de
but
Witcher 2.
intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Uf. Ok, vamos a echarle un
Look at
vistazo a la
the scar.
cicatriz.
Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
A ver, vamos a abrir su
Open the
abdomen.
abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Ok,
I
está
saw a
bien.
Zoogle up to my waist in sewage,
Ah, sí.
so I doubt. Wait.
Eso es de los libros también.
It's not rot.
Formaldehyde.
Sí, no me acuerdo qué libro
Medical
era, pero
novelty.
esa parte está padre.
Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic
Sapkowski
tissue.
es muy bueno para escribir combate en
It's
sus
more destructive
textos.
than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Ok, entonces vamos a examinar otra cosa. Sus manos. Vamos a
Look
checar
at his
sus
hands.
manos.
These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd
Oof.
expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor.
Ah, ok.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Ajá. Ok, a ver sus piernas.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard,
Uf.
right before he kicked the bucket.
Ah,
Doesn't strike me as the right
Wow.
time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different
tiene
sensibility.
su humor negro.
And a different sense of humor.
Ok. Bueno, ya es todo lo que hay que
All right.
inspeccionar de
Think
este
I know
señor.
enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Puede que haya sido un castigo. Yo creo que fue un castigo porque estaba
Sure of one
atado.
thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could possibly merit it?
Only the murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her.
Exacto.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And
Ah.
I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner.
Ah, hola
I've
Hubert.
come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner.
Este tipo tiene algo
Got a couple
interesante,
questions
Hubert.
for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
¿Acaso se
You
conocen?
old friends.
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine long ago.
And not very well.
Ooh.
You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
Uf.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Ok, bueno, pero ¿dónde se encontró el cadáver
Woodcarver's
del
body.
carpintero?
Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners.
Hay una teoría.
Pirates was attacked
Me
there.
les
Cities
explico.
of
Hay una
Gaza about
teoría.
it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Oh, caray.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
Hay una teoría de que este
You
señor,
did,
este médico,
but
es un vampiro.
They're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Hubert.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble.
Sí,
Didn't give
supongo.
it a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Ok.
Thank you.
Tu. ¿Quién es Nathaniel?
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the Eternal Fire.
Sí, es miembro
Most
del
are
Eternal
scoundrels
Fire.
before they ever put on the robes.
Buen
True
punto.
in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer.
Ah,
Delighted
vaya.
especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue.
Sí,
Deals
Nathaniel
with the
es
temple guard,
un personaje
supervises
interesante.
commissions, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job.
Podías haberme
You'd
dicho
told
que
me you know the
conocías al
coroner.
forense,
You
viejo.
could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
Sí, de hecho.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said
Ah,
enough on the
vaya.
subject.
Ok. Eso tiene sentido para mí. Yo decidiré cuando
I
se acaba,
decide when
viejo.
we're done with this subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist. The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them. Hubert however,
vaya.
denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison. There you have it.
Ok.
What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Ok, Geralt. Muy bien, muy bien. Entonces, primero vamos a ir al callejón donde atacaron a Priscilla.
Life, you gotta take risks and not get fat.
Que nos queda un poco lejos ahora que lo veo, pero bueno, ya. Ya vamos de camino, así que... Ahí está el callejón.
Got a problem?
Hey, handsome.
A brazier.
Ah,
This
un
time of year.
brasero. Y aquí, ¿qué tenemos
I know
aquí?
that smell. Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
Sis, that him.
How am I to know?
Human.
Watch him, see what he does.
Priscilla's.
That's it, you're in for it.
¿Qué te pasa?
That's it. Gotta get around him.
No entiendo por qué a la gente se le complican tanto las peleas de puño limpio en The Witcher. O sea, aquí, digo, es más difícil porque son 3, pero... ¿Ya? ¿Me van a dejar en paz?
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well,
Ajá.
why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome.
Oh,
For
vaya.
Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I
Okay.
can tell you what I know.
Pues venga, dime. Uno, Priscilla y tú son
Priscilla
amigos.
friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me.
Okay.
Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook.
Okay.
Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different.
Ya.
Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it?
Sí, pues sí.
Dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Ok. Priscilla no fue la única... O sea, sí, ya
Priscilla
sabes que
wasn't the
Priscilla no
sole
es la única
victim.
víctima.
You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start
See?
yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them?
Sí, pues sí.
Human
Eso
reference.
es un buen
It's what the
punto.
guards call us.
Eso también es un tema que se
Recalling
trata
names.
mucho en los
They didn't
libros.
have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Oh, shit. Ok. Bueno, ahí nos vemos.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Ok. Yo te aviso. A ver.
Oh, the head's ringing. Watch it, tramp. Novigrad's not your stomping ground.
Que aquí hay algo.
Man's footprint.
Ajá.
Murderers, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Interesante. Qué buena deducción. Hay otra cosa por aquí.
Murderer fled before the guards arrived.
Ajá.
Ran this way.
Y aquí, sermón de ciudadano preocupado. Recuerden, buenas gentes, que la luz que proyecta el fuego disipa todas las tinieblas, revela todas las mentiras, descubre a todos los indignos y las almas inmorales. Ni los dopplers que cambian de forma pueden escapar de su luz, ni las brujas ni hechiceras tan hábiles en engañar a la gente corriente. Ni las libertinas que recorren la calle y nublan la mente de los hombres con sus encantos. Abandonen pues los arcanos mágicos, traicioneros e inmorales. Visitan su cuerpo de modestia y no provoquen pensamientos impuros y dejen que el fuego eterno les revele todos los monstruos y pecadores, arderán también en sus llamas. Un ciudadano preocupado. Ok.
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Vaya. Ok. Ábrete.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Entonces, vamos a... Ya sé qué quest es este, ya me acordé. Este quest es muy bueno. Ok, creo que primero voy a encontrar a Eustace. No. No, voy a examinar eso y luego voy por Eustace. Si es que puedo. ¿Escucharon esa voz? Ay, ya sé qué voz es. No les puedo decir de quién es esa voz. O sea, no es él, no es el personaje, pero es la misma voz de un personaje. Vamos a conocer más adelante. Nada más para darles una pista. Esa voz suena mucho como la de Paul Thornley. ¿Quién es Paul Thornley? Verán quién es Paul Thornley. No es un es una persona real, Paul Thornley. No es de The Witcher.
Oi, beware the gutters.
Anyone home?
Be gone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax.
¿Neta le
I'm here
pusiste
about
Striga a un
Fabian
perro?
Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid much, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Si estás tan preocupado, ¿por qué abres la puerta y de inmediato te volteas?
Charming as beasts go.
You daft. Even I'm scared of them. A better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
¿Y tú quién eres?
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
Okay.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'm closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it.
Ah, ¿por qué se pronuncia Mahakam? Yo siempre pensé que se pronunciaba Mahakam.
What can I tell you about Fabian?
¿Sabes algo sobre el asesino?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
It was like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burning another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze. I found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claim not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes.
Yeah.
They care about some dwarf.
¿Tu hermano tenía algún
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last.
Ooh,
A good dwarf.
okay.
Craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back.
Okay. Bueno,
quietly
eso
in her
complica un
sleep.
poco las cosas.
Her pont said a fever took her.
Bueno, eso es todo lo que
Fine,
necesito,
we've talked
amigo.
enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Ok. Bueno, para empezar aquí ya vi que hay otro sermón de ciudadano preocupado. Ok.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Ok.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. More dragged it from one wall to the other.
¿Qué onda con el audio ahí, Bueno, voy a tener que entrar. Digo, el rastro de sangre llevado directo a la puerta, entonces...
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian.
Okay.
I'll open it for you if you want.
No, pues, no empuje. Ok. Bueno, para empezar podemos saquear cosas, pero también podemos investigar cosas. Como esto. Que no me está dando la maldita opción de examinar. ¿Por qué? Ya.
Eyes. Humanoid.
¿Ojos?
Completely rotten.
Ojos podridos, se pone mejor.
More bloodstains.
Más sangre,
But
ok.
not near enough to say he bled to death.
Este cuesta es más.
Unless somebody got rid of that lot at Dover. Left a few stains like it was kicked.
Ok. Déjame saqueo esto. Y aquí hay otra cosa.
Formaldehyde.
Ah.
Doubt Fabian used it.
Encuentra a Eustace. Ok, interesante. Vamos a ir con Eustace.
Many thanks to you, Geralt.
A la orden. No sé ni quién es, ni por qué me agradece, pero bueno. De eso a que me escupan, mejor. Un anciano ebrio. O cojo, no sé. Hola. ¿Qué está pasando ahí?
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Ok.
Hey,
¿Eustace? Hola, Eustace.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian? Oh, yeah, I remember. No eyes, no heart, one of them, right?
Oh.
No purse neither, as I recall.
Ha recogido otros cadáveres con heridas similares.
So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One was so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of the...
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one.
Ah, vaya, vaya, vaya.
Shame? Why?
El pelonchas que nos encontramos hace rato. Nathaniel Pastori. Ok, ¿lo registraste?
You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
¡Epa! Estás cometiendo un gran error. Pero bueno, dime qué había en sus bolsillos.
Tom, what did you find?
Axi.
As you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin.
Oh!
Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Priscilla. Vamos a golpearlo.
Boy, fucking hell. What was that for?
Pues por...
For everything.
Todo, exacto. Inútil. Vamos a hablar algo más con él.
Don't know nothing else.
Y no podemos saquear a los cuerpos porque ya los saqueó él. Vamos a ir con el forense. Está aquí. Ah, ok. Recuerden, chicos, siempre en The Witcher hay que agarrar comida. Y botellas de agua. Lo que haya. Porque te pueden salvar la vida. Ok, hola.
Geralt, right? Glad you're here.
El mismo.
Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Excelente. A ver, Von Gratz me habló de ti.
Told me all about you.
Ah, doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful, or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Ok. Pues es que técnicamente... O sea, a ver, hay una frase de Geralt of Rivia que dice... Se la dice a Stregobor en los primeros libros. Creo que es en el primer libro en The Last Wish. Que se la dice... le dice... Evil is evil. O sea, el mal es mal, Stregobor.
Choosing the lesser evil can be hard at times.
Exactly.
Happen to know a thing or two about that.
In that respect, this work has its benefits. I couldn't possibly hurt anyone here if I tried.
Sí, lo que le dice Geralt a Stregobor es que el mal es el mal. Menor, mayor, mediano. Pero si tengo que elegir entre un mal y otro, mejor no elijo y ya. Mejor no elijo entre ninguno. Pero después en los libros se va viendo como Geralt es obligado a elegir el mejor de dos males. Entonces es parte de lo que tratan los libros con esa ideología de Geralt. ¿Quién es la víctima?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Ok. ¿No te llevas bien con Natalia?
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are.
Sí, buen
He's
punto.
cruel and capricious.
Sí, es un tipo
He stormed
infame.
in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Sí, estoy completamente de acuerdo. Bueno, vamos a comenzar la autopsia.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde.
Okay.
Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes.
Sí.
Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Sí. Córrele, Geralt. Vale, hay que ir a la residencia de los Vegelbud. Patricia Vegelbud. Ajá.
Till next time, master.
A la orden, viejo. Sí, tenemos que ir ya a la residencia de los Vegelbud porque está... Si no, van a agregar otra víctima a la lista, claro que sí. ¿Dónde hay un fast travel signpost? Ah, perfecto. Ya ven, gritar a veces funciona. Justo apareció cuando grité dónde hay un fast travel signpost. Sí, porque si no tendremos que ir de aquí hasta acá, todo a pie. Entonces vamos a ir fast travelazo directo a la residencia Vegelbud para ver qué onda con esto. Este es un quest muy largo y está considerado uno de los mejores de The Witcher. Como podrán darse cuenta, es un quest excelente. Ok, aquí está la residencia, venga. La casa de los Vegelbud. Ah. Y aquí vamos a volver a esta parte. Un momento. Tengo que hablar con los guardias.
What do you want?
Tengo que hablar con
Need to talk
Patricia
to Patricia
Vegelbud.
Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, you'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be
Buen
it.
punto.
I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Ay, esa música es... Me recuerda mucho a otra parte del juego que me encanta.
Oh, Geralt, what a
Hola.
pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now, I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
A ver, un asesino, vamos a explicarlo.
I'm hunting a serial
Que
killer,
sepa.
and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our guards.
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite
Me da igual si
serious.
lo crees o no.
Please, follow me.
Eso ya es tu asunto. Ok,
A fire
vamos
fit
Ingrid.
for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square.
¿Dónde está?
Uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Sí, nos tenemos que apurar, pero déjame antes. Voy a saquear tus cosas. A ver, seguro tienes cosas interesantes por aquí, entonces... ¿Ven? Tiene una botella de agua. ¿Quién no quiere una botella de agua? Las crónicas de Redania. ¿Esto no será una referencia a C.S. Lewis? Puede ser, puede que sea una referencia a C.S. Lewis. Recuerden las crónicas de Narnia. Ok, llegamos.
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you?
Sí,
Fine.
sí lo soy.
But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Va, está bien. Ah, ¿no que no?
He ran out the other door. Catch
¡Ah!
How you like that silver?
¡Quítense, perros!
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
Digo, son nivel 1, los puedo haber quemado tranquilamente, ¿verdad? Pero... Neta, tengo que... Ah, ok. Nada más era atacarlo, no era matarlo. Mira, los otros tres.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery! Taking you to the heiress!
Well, killer's already escaped.
Ah.
Lead the way, hero.
Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid!
Ay,
Lower
estúpidos.
that crossbow before... Innocent!
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
No sé, pero el chiste es que hay que atraparlo y tus guardias son unos idiotas. Porque...
Because she
por
blasphemed
eso.
the eternal fire. Only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And Let her be the last victim. Please.
Haré lo que se pueda. No prometería nada si no fuera el personaje principal de esta historia.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder. Not just the name, but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Ok, ¿no hay nada más que saquear aquí? Sí, por supuesto que hay algo que saquear aquí. Sermón de ciudadano preocupado. Otra vez el sermón del ciudadano preocupado. Cállate, Ingrid. A ver. Entonces ahora tengo que encontrar a Sweet Nettie en el burdel, que está lejísimos. Yo creo que vamos a ir al burdel y llegando al burdel cerramos el episodio. Porque creo que me queda un poco lejos el próximo Fast Travel Signpost. Y este lugar está lejísimos, así que... Ah, no, aquí está el Signpost. Ok, veamos dónde está. Aquí. Ok, tengo que entrar por Hierarch's Gate. Ok, Sweet Nettie. Quítense, voy por Sweet Nettie. ¿Escucharon lo que dijo? Es una frase que tienen algunas de las prostitutas.
Something stinks.
It's a material world and I'm a material girl.
Human flesh.
¿Entienden la referencia? Digo, es una referencia bastante sencilla, es Madonna. Y como esas referencias hay varias en The Witcher. En los nombres y en diferentes cosas. Tipo sospechoso. Ok, entonces... ¿puedo entrar por aquí? No, encuentro por aquí. Encuentro a Sweet Nettie en el burdel de Kate aliciada. Ajá, bueno, aquí está el burdel.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Me da igual, yo voy a entrar y no voy a esperar. No, déjame. Esto es un asunto mucho más importante. She Who Knows. ¿Por qué tienen ese libro aquí? Qué creepy. Ya verán por qué She Who Knows es tan creepy.
No one will hear you,
Y
not a
aquí
soul.
estamos.
You though, whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me.
Ah,
I so dislike
sí.
being disturbed. I was to play with Sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you
Ugh.
first.
Ok, antes que nada, tengo
First,
que
gotta
saber
tell
por
me
qué.
why you do it.
For pleasure.
Ok,
Satisfaction.
va.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still.
Jesus.
This rosy skin will roast quite well.
He visto a tus víctimas
Spare
y
me
nunca
your
te detienes
lies.
ahí, viejo.
I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Vagrant. ¿Quién dejó la carta en el cadáver, entonces?
Body led me here to crippled Kate's, to sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know, but I see we must talk calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. To Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
¿Qué hacemos? Vamos a usar Axie, ya. Screw it.
Drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Good boy.
Ok. Fácil. Ok, no te deja desatar a... qué horror. Este tipo está loco. Ok, ¿por dónde salgo? Por aquí. Ya. No habrá nada más por aquí. Una jarra, fácilmente. Y un rastrillo roto. Extraordinario. Oh. Pues quítate. ¿Cómo salgo de aquí? Ah, ya. Hasta luego, señoritas. Ok, no, déjame. Bueno, y... hasta aquí vamos a llegar con el episodio de hoy. Espero lo hayan disfrutado. Estamos conociendo uno de los personajes más interesantes de todo The Witcher, que es este señor con el que acabamos de hablar. Pero bueno, queridos amigos, vamos a terminar aquí este episodio y a continuación terminamos nuestra tarde de streams con God of War, señores y señores. Así que ahí los vemos.